If you think what's happening in the front of house of Cracker Barrel is bad, you should know that what's happening behind the scenes in the back is even worse. I worked at Cracker Barrel for 8 years as a cook, and it's slowly gone downhill with a rapid acceleration in the past year. Let's start with biscuits. You can see here, they're frozen now. What they used to do is I used to make these pans of biscuits every day for like an hour is how long they would last because we went through them. And they would be hot and fresh straight out.
But before y'all go and run to have your biscuits and cornbread, let me tell you something. 56 years ago, Danny Evans, the founder of Cracker Barrel, and my grandfather, Ollie Qualls, got together and decided it would be a cool idea to put a game on Cracker Barrel's table.
Yes, it takes just a small mistake for downfall of a company. Cracker Barrel is struggling to clean up the mess they caused years ago, but it is not stopping anytime soon. I see a lot of people pouring out videos upon videos. Extremely concerning. There is this man, I don't know, when you take a look at this man worked at Cracker Barrel for 8 years as a cook. He's exposing all their secret. He provides photo evidence of his claims. I have seen workers of this company coming out with different things. I'm not reporting this video to cancel people's mind about this company. You have the decision to choose. Days ago, we saw them secretly removing Pride flag, their website. I decided not to report on this topic, but when I saw this video, it is important. I show you what is going on.
If you think what's happening in the front of house of Cracker Barrel is bad, you should know that what's happening behind the scenes in the back is even worse. I worked at Cracker Barrel for 8 years as a cook, and it's slowly gone downhill with a rapid acceleration in the past year. Let's start with biscuits. You can see here, they're frozen now. What they used to do is I used to make these pans of biscuits every day for like an hour is how long they would last because we went through them. And they would be hot and fresh straight out of the oven for the guests. And now they freeze them for days ahead of time. So what you could be getting is days old, and they just put them in a warmer for about 40 minutes, and that's what you're getting. And that's why they look like this now instead of those nice big thick fluffy biscuits with butter smeared on top. No, you're getting frozen nothing. And the same with dumplings. They'll produce like 7-8 pans of dumplings at a time and freeze them instead of having nice fresh dumplings cooked for you. It's disgusting. Look at that. Next, meatloaf. It's microwave now too. Originally, when I first started working there, I would make multiple for the day, and then you would get a nice fresh hot piece of meatloaf. And now they cook 8 to 12 to 15 a day and then bag them up like this for you and microwave it. Just a nice microplastic piece of meat. It's so gross. I mean, look at that. I don't want to eat that. I didn't want to serve it to people. That's why I don't work there anymore. Things like the fried apple, green bean, the pinto beans. I mean, they're bagged up at the end of the night, and then you are probably getting a nice microwaved side as well with your nice microwave meatloaf. The way it used to be done is they would be cooked every day fresh in a kettle. They would boil them, and now instead of that, they're even putting them in pans and water and then baking them because it's faster and you can keep up with it a little bit better, but it was just changed for the sake of change. Microwaving this is absolutely disgusting, and I can't believe they actually wanted us to do that for people. Bacon doesn't touch a grill at Cracker Barrel. If you go to Cracker Barrel, you're getting baked bacon, all of it. You don't get a choice on how it's cooked. I mean, sometimes there are some different. I mean, this is legitimately what they were serving to people sometimes. I say it was me. I had to do it. None of the corporate people had to do that. Sometimes there was a little bit of difference between how it got baked on the same sheet, but this is what they had us give to human beings. So you should know this is not the worst of it. The worst of it is in the back, and it's what they're giving to their supposed guests. You're spending money on microwave nothing. And it's all for the sake of the stockholders and the corporate side, because they can't help but ruin the guest experience for their bottom line.
From the mid-state all the way to the White House, the bungled brand makeover that's been the talk of the nation, even catching President Trump's attention.
Yes, a lot of people are actually concerned with what is going on. One lady shared this video. This is what she wrote. Cracker Barrel used to be grandma's kitchen with a gift shop. Now it is a corporate lab, disguised as comfort food where the biscuits are frozen. Can you imagine this? The dumplings are clone. The meatloaf has a shelf life longer than your childhood. You are not eating a meal. You are activating a stockholder dividend via microwave triggered nostalgia. The bacon bake, the cider bake, the microplastic are seasoned with just enough butter to fool your memory. And the saddest part, you are not mad. You are just tired enough to call it dinner anyway. This isn't a restaurant. It is a stimulation checkpoint. I saw this tweet. I was actually, moved. Because the person put this out in a way that if you understand what she was struggling to put here on this tweet, thanks a lot.
Let me tell you something. 56 years ago, Danny Evans, the founder of Cracker Barrel, and my grandfather, Ollie Qualls, got together and decided it would be a cool idea to put a game on Cracker Barrel's table. The first day Cracker Barrel opened its doors, our games were on their tables. After several years, my dad, Adrian Qualls, took over Qualls & Son Novelties. And my daddy put his blood, sweat, and tears into that company to make it what it was. In 2019, me, Andrea Kraft, and my husband Alex took over Qualls & Son. That also just happened to be Cracker Barrel's 50th anniversary and also our 50th anniversary. They actually brought a whole camera crew into our workshop to showcase us on their social media as a longtime vendor, 50 years of memories with them since day one. We didn't get anything for this, mind you. This was just bragging rights for them. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and let that run. We've been in business with Cracker Barrel for 50 years. I used to come in as a little girl and kind of watch my dad and my grandfather. I feel proud to be part of such a cool family heritage. It is iconic. Whenever people think of Cracker Barrel, they think of the pet game. As you can see, it was straight from their Instagram, their word on. Unless someone out there hears this and thinks we might. A few months ago, me, my husband, and my dad had to watch all of the hard work, all of the equipment, everything get sold off at auction. So even if Cracker Barrel were to come back and ask us to make the game, we couldn't. There's nothing there.
I believe you've seen this. The video is too long. I don't want to prolong the video. I just want you to see what people are saying about this company. A lot is going on. And eating in a restaurant or eating in anywhere, knowing fully well that these kind of things are happening, how will you even feel? It would be extremely difficult. I usually go through my comment section to see what people are saying about this company. What I see is extremely concerning at a certain point. I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out my videos. If you notice, my channels are down, views are down, everything is down. So please continue to share the video. It is not a limiting factor. I will continue to give you clips every day. As of the short clips you see here, that is for the YT algorithm.
The DNC acknowledged,
but aren't giving it back. After the land apology, it was a lecture on love.
love is often seen as a feeling.
I'm sick and tired of this Democratic Party bringing a pencil to a knife fight. We cannot be the only party that plays by the rules anymore. We've got to stand up and fight. We don't back.
Is probably the hardest place to vote in the country, just in terms of the paperwork, the requirements, the even more difficult. One of the main
Seven Bridges Road. What a voice. I cried.
Landmines, limitations,
So many rules.
my choices are mine. Making this easy. People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. Line up for my advice.
Going to lionize.
Why? Marriage, infertility.
How hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said
Will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. The kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful.
The
Registration Act is
talking about
Term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
how bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
Position for a rant.
And
Hey y'all, so as y'all can see,